Yo, what up? This your boy fredthecorp. I just want to thank everybody who subscribed to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't did that, go ahead and subscribe. Gonna have my weekly fantasy football show coming up this 2010 season. Today I want to get into a few things. I want to talk about a few sleepers. You know, a couple guys who pretty much in the preseason they doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? And if you about to draft this week or next week, these are some guys that you need to pay attention to. Some undervalued guys, some steals, you know what I'm saying? Stuff you need to look at. Alright, first I want to get started with your boy Arian Foster, Houston Texans. Alright, this guy last year he came on the scene like the last 4 games he did his thing, like you knew who he was. But you know, Steve Slayton, you got, you know what I'm saying, you had Chris Brown, and they running back situation was just horrid. You didn't know who was a starter, you didn't know what was going on. But this year it's for sure that Arian Foster is the #1 guy in Houston. That offense high powered, you know what I'm saying, and Matt Schaub is the man. Like Andre Johnson, there will never be 8 men in the box on Arian Foster. Defenses have to play honest against the Houston Texans. So I say if you get a chance to draft Arian Foster, I don't know if you want to take him with your 3rd pick or 4th pick, I say don't let the guy pass you. I say draft that guy. And the next guy is my hometown team, the Bucks. Mike Williams, number 19. This guy supposed to be 1st round draft talent, but he slipped because he had some off the field issues in college, and that hurt his draft value. But this guy's supposed to be a #1 wide receiver in the NFL, and he's playing like one this preseason. Like first play of the game, he catches like a 56-yard pass against the Jaguars. Like this guy's the man. Like he catches everything. Like anytime a pass is thrown towards him or intended for him, he somehow comes up with the ball. I'm gonna say he's a late round sleeper. You know what I'm saying? If you can let this guy slip to like the 13th, 14th round, I say take him. Draft this guy. Mike Williams. He is Tampa Bay Bucks #1 wide receiver. He's #1. Alright, and this guy right here, people seem to give up on this guy, and I wanna touch bases back with LT. You know, people want to write him off the table. People want to say he's this. He's 30 years old, a curse, all this stuff, man. If you saw this guy play his last preseason game, well, he had like 86 yards. Like, my God, he didn't even play the whole game. Like, this guy is still a beast. LT, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's Sean Green, you know what I'm saying, the 2 Carolina running backs prove that you can have 2 productive running backs in one season, and they both getting the ball. So fantasy wise, LT is still the man. Fantasy wise, he is still the guy. And another guy, Terrell Owens. You know what I'm saying? I was a little suspect on him, but this guy, he still has a lot in the tank. Now I'm not telling you to draft T.O. in like the 3rd round. Don't do that. But if you get a chance to take T.O. in about the 7th, 8th round, he's pretty much a steal. So I would say go ahead and get T.O. He still has a lot in his tank. Carson Palmer was once an elite quarterback. You know, he's working his way back from that knee injury. He's going to be back right. So take T.O. Another guy, not too high on rookies, but if you're going to draft a rookie, C.J. Spiller versus Ryan Matthews. So far this preseason, Ryan Matthews has been the guy. He's supposed to be the guy. He's supposed to be the man. But it hasn't shown that way. It seems that C.J. Spiller is the man. This guy C.J. Spiller is a monster. Like, I don't know. Like, he's a rookie. He's doing his thing. Like, Buffalo sucks. And, you know, Trent Edwards is a starting quarterback. It's not too much fantasy land going on in Buffalo these days. So if you get a chance to get Spiller, go ahead and draft him. I'm not telling you don't draft this guy with your second pick. Don't do that. But if you can get a reasonable 4th, 5th round still with this guy, you know what I'm saying? He's a starting running back. CJ Spiller starts. You know, both Lynch and Fred Jackson are banged up right now. Lynch, he's out. Fred Jackson's out. Spiller is #1 on the depth chart. So if you draft Spiller, he will get touches come week 1. And another guy, this quarterback, you know, this guy is very undervalued. You know, people just don't talk about this guy. Don't talk about Matthew Stafford on the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? He has a #1 elite wide receiver in Calvin Megatron Johnson. So this is what I say. If you get a chance and you're looking for a second quarterback to fill in a bye week for your #1 quarterback, I say you should check your quarterback's bye week, see who Stafford's playing. If he's playing somebody Rudy Poo, you know what I'm saying, I say go ahead and pick Stafford up. He'll be a good backup #2 quarterback. He's doing this thing. Also, if you could take a look at Sam Bradford, you know, but that's a stretch. That's if you like in the 16-man league, 12-man league, 10-man league. Hands off Stafford. He's not even worth your consideration. Yeah, and a couple defenses that caught my eye. The San Diego Chargers. You know what I'm saying? It could be a good value defense to get in your draft. You know, you don't have to take them early. You don't have to take them late. They'll be right where you want them at in the draft. The Chargers defense. Young cornerbacks, young safeties, young linebackers, young defensive linemen. Good defense. And the Bears defense, you know, with Urlacher coming back, yeah, he got hurt already in like the first preseason game. Urlacher health is starting to become a concern for me, and I'm pretty sure for everybody else in the league. This guy seems to be getting hurt every time he steps out on the field. So, but he's still good quality, and they still have Lance Briggs, and also with the new addition of Julius Peppers, who's due for about 12 sacks. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a chance, and you want a good defense late, if you like in a 12-man, 16-man league, I say go with the Chicago Bears. And also too, you can go ahead and get the Steelers. You know, they're a safe bet, you know, because we all know the Steelers, they are not really an offensive team. They lost Antonio Holmes. They don't have Ben Roethlisberger for the first 6 games, so their defense is pretty much going to have to make plays. Like, so I expect for the Steelers defense to rebound and be back to elite form, like getting you those sacks, getting you those forced fumbles. So if you like the Steelers, go ahead and draft their defense. Also too, you know, you gotta pay attention to injuries. Like Donnie Avery is out, so that means right now you should check your team's availability at wide receiver on the Rams and pick up Laurent Robinson. Take him off the free agent list. Go ahead and keep him, you know what I'm saying, store him away. He's St. Louis #1 wide receiver right now. So if you're feeling froggy, go ahead and leap and take Laurent Robinson. Bradford, his arm is pretty decent, you know. Bradford, you know, he may be worth the $80 million. He may be. So go ahead and get Laurent Robinson. And Sidney Rice, updated on that. If you have Sidney Rice on your team, go ahead and drop Sidney Rice right now. He's not worth a roster spot. So just take him off your team. You don't need Sidney Rice on your team. You don't need that guy. He's just wasting a roster spot. You could pick up you another defense. You could pick up you a good kicker. And speaking of kickers, as you can see, the other night Green Bay Packers put up like 59 points. If Mason Crosby is available in your league, which he should be available in like 90% of all leagues, he pretty much went undrafted. I say go ahead and take Mason Crosby, Green Bay Packers kicker. Green Bay is going to be in the red zone all year long, whether they kick a field goal or get an extra point. Either way it go, Crosby's good for, I want to say, 9 to 11 points every fantasy game. He's going to get you about 11 every game, so can't go wrong with Crosby. I actually just dropped Adam Vinatieri, Indianapolis, for Mason Crosby this week. So go ahead, that's a safe bet. Hit me back. It's your boy Fred the Corp. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and subscribe. Leave your teams that you want me to rate, and I'll rate your teams. Let me know. Give me feedback. Subscribe, and get at your boy.